All right, so here we are tonight, and this is another little episode of What's Happening. I'm here with my friend Alex. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good, good. So go ahead and introduce your full name.
Yeah, my name's Alex Kohlsmith. I'm a piano player in the area. I really like jazz music and contemporary. Yeah.
That's cool. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
18.
Mm-hmm.
So how old were you when you got into something like this?
I was about 2 or 3 years old. I would just hang out at my house and play piano.
That's pretty much how a lot of kids, like, they see a piano, they can't go over and start picking at it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would just like play stuff and make it up and have fun in my living room.
That's cool. So then your parents seen you kind of like start do, and then kind of got you into lessons? Is that the way that started?
Yeah, we started lessons when I was about 6 years old. And the teacher would try to get me to play certain things. I just wouldn't want to play them. I just want to jam out on it. So then I just kind of hung out for a few years and then got back into lessons when I was a little bit older, and I've been doing them ever since. So.
That's good. So you can read music then properly,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And how old were you when you started reading music?
I was about 8 or 9 years old. I took a couple lessons, just at a music store for a couple years, and then I took lessons with Michael Faulkner. He's a really great teacher. He's a vocal teacher and piano teacher, and took lessons for him for many years. And he's a really nice guy, and he taught me so many things about reading music and music theory and a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, because I'm a musician myself, but I did piano when I was younger, and I really wish I stuck with reading music because like I kind of did 3 years of it. And I could still play the same, that one song I played in my piano recital, I could still play it. You know what I mean? Because it was in my head, right?
Yeah.
But I really wish I could still read music. And it impresses me so much when somebody can read music and your bass, treble, and you're reading both lines. Like I don't know.
It takes a while to get there.
Yeah, like it must take a long time to really it's almost like speed reading too, right? Because like when you're playing these notes right here, but are you not looking here?
Yeah, I'm looking ahead and trying to see what's coming next, and it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
A lot of the time in jazz music too, you'll have chords that you follow above the music, and you can kind of play the chords or read the music and follow along and pick between them, and then other people are doing different things and you play off those people and what they're playing and kind of go off.
Yeah.
Page, so
Yeah, right. So you're playing like the root, or you can do a little dabble on it, right?
Yeah.
So that's neat. So you're saying it's like in the key of D you're playing in, and then you can walk off that if you need to.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Wow. I can't even imagine, like really, because like, yeah, that's a whole nother world, right?
It's a whole different experience.
That's cool. So your favorite genre of music is jazz, like that?
I do listen to like a whole bunch of music. I listen to classical, jazz, I listen to metal music, like way off the charts.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to this one guy right now named Jacob Collier, and he takes jazz but puts it into like a pop style, and then takes all these complex theory things and plays in different tunings and all that stuff. He's really cool.
Huh.
So,
I think, who was that again? Sorry?
Jacob Collier.
Cool, I'll have to take a look at it. I'm the same way. It's like music can put you in whatever mood you want to be in. You know, if you're depressed at that moment, you can listen to a happy song and it can totally bring you out of that. Or if you want to be serious, like I play like this upbeat old time stuff. And then I play rock with my other band. Yeah. But like, man, right now I can't get off of Five Finger Death Punch. It's like that metal
exactly.
I'm like, I don't know why I can relate to these guys so much right now.
Yeah,
but
it's just whatever mood you're in.
Yeah, that's right. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Right. Right on. Well, this is a little local business break of what's happening. I'm here with Jeff McCarricker. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Joel. How are you?
Good. Owner and operator, well, one of the owners and operators of A1 Plumbing, and it's a family-run business, locally owned here, right here in Frankfurt and Quinte West area. So plumbing, how did you guys get into this kind of thing?
Well, we're second generation plumbers, so like you said, I'm a partner in A1 Plumbing, currently running the business with my youngest brother, Nathan.
Yep.
But it is very much a family business because at one time it was started by my middle brother, Corey, and my father.
Mm-hmm.
So we're running it now, and we got into plumbing because Dad was a plumber.
That's right.
And I'm the oldest brother, but I was actually the last one to get back into plumbing. But we naturally kind of gravitated to it because of our father.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
So you guys are pretty much 24-hour service, eh?
Yep. Yeah, we offer a regular plumbing service between the hours of pretty much 8 and 5 Monday to Friday, and then we have a 24-hour emergency service. So I keep one guy on call, and we'll do what we can with that one guy or any other backup support that we have. But we do our best to be available 24/7.
Yeah. Well, I've phoned you after hours a couple times myself, and appreciate it. Like one night my pump stopped, and then my plumbing got all clogged up. So you have pretty much every service for plumbing, right? You can do snaking and
we try to again, like we want to specialize too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we specialize in is that residential plumbing package. But within that, we do every kind of part of it, and especially for a rural property too, we can do right from your well out to your septic. Not just because we do it, but because we specialize in it. We have the licensing and the insurance and everything in-house to do it. So as far as residential plumbing goes, we can help you from the well end to the septic end. And of course, we do work in town too.
Yeah, that's right. And also you have home flow, and that's a division of your plumbing also. And what's the home flow division of your plumbing?
It was started out of kind of a demand in the market, in the real estate market for inspections, specifically with well flow testing, how much water is in the well, and then septic inspection, the condition of the well.
Yeah.
So because we do both those things, we were kind of approached to say, well, you guys should do this. So I looked into it, realized there was a market in it, and then I don't know, for whatever reason, to be creative, decided to kind of market it a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's still A1 Plumbing.
Yep.
Home Flow is just a division that just does inspections, which is primarily myself. And we do well flow testing, septic inspections for real estate.
Yeah, because I know like when I got to get my mortgage, I had to know the flow rate on my well, the capacity, all that good stuff. So it's all stuff that none of us really know about, and it's lots to do with plumbing, eh?
Yep,
So when you go in on a service call, you got all these beautiful vans here with all your gear in them. You pretty much have everything you need, right?
We do, yeah. So our goal is to, in our shop, we stock all common plumbing parts. So in the morning, the guys can load up and they reload what needs to be in the vans. The vans are super organized, so they have what they need. And at the end of the day, it's just to save the customer money.
Yeah.
You're not paying us to go to the supply house and get what you need. We have that.
Yeah.
So we have all the common stuff on the trucks. The more tools we have, the more efficient we can do that work and get into the house and save people time and money. And then, the other big thing about having a nice truck and nice tools and everything is just about being one of the better companies to work for. And that's our big goal is we want to show that A1 Plumbing is the best plumbing company to work for. Mm-hmm. Plumbers are in high demand and they deserve to get paid well. respected, drive a nice new truck, use nice new tools, and it's tough work, so we want to make it as easy as possible and enjoyable as possible for them.
That's awesome, because when you guys started, really, but like you said, it was just you and your dad and your brother. So like, how many employees do you have guys now? Or
our total team is 9 right now between apprentices and plumbers.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know quite a few local people too, so they can do the excavating and all that stuff for you,
Yep.
and
Yep.
you take care of everything. Like if you have a plumbing need or whatever it is, you'll come in and price it out and do what you got to do.
Yeah, we want to offer turnkey solutions. So
Yeah.
it's not like, well, we'll do this plumbing piece, but you find your own electrician or your own excavator. If we put in a septic system for you, or a well line for you, or rough in a basement bathroom that you want, we're going to do it from point A to point B, so you don't have to worry about it. Best case scenario, we're quoting jobs that way all the time, so it's a turnkey solution.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys got a website or Facebook
Yep,
and all that
yep.
good stuff?
A1plumbing, Quinty.com.
Yep.
Joel will put it right across the
That's
bottom
right, it'll
here.
be right there. You know where it goes.
Is our website, which has some good general information. We try to be really on top of social media too, so we're new on Instagram. We've had Facebook for a while, so people can find us there. And we're really big on getting that customer feedback. So asking the customers, if they will take the time to leave a review. And so if you look on our Google page, you'll see that we're very highly rated.
Well, I was on Facebook today and I seen something cute. It was it said something like, sometimes laughter with your customers enough pay.
Yeah.
So you guys had to get some of these dentures out of the P trap.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So
I took that call last night. So again, an elderly customer called, and he was good humored about it, but he did lose a denture or two down the sink. So I answered the call at about 7:30 last night. Booked it in for this morning, went there this morning, found his denture for him. Everything happened so quick that I just we were laughing and stuff, and I said, you know what, don't worry about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's worth the story, right? That's cool. So there's your number right there, 613-398-0599, and down there on the bottom
Yep.
also.
Yep.
That's cool, man. So you want to jump in one of these vans and take a look around? I'd love to see some of your
yeah.
stuff.
So this is one of our service vans. We have 2 of these now that we just outfitted the exact same way. So it's a Ford Transit, a mid-roof option, where we get really tired of crawling in and out of the back of vans. So these mid-roofs you can pretty much stand fully up inside them. And we kit them out with, plumbers love Milwaukee, so we got Milwaukee stuff, we got bins. So this makes our life easier to do the work that we need to do for the customer, and it also saves the customer money because we have everything that's common to look for in a service truck. And it's one of those things that again, it's about keeping your plumbers happy. If you work for A1 Plumbing, you get to drive a truck like this, have tools like this, good pay. So call me.
Always looking for some plumbers, eh?
That's right, yeah. But yeah, we like to keep things as organized and clean as possible, and it's the same as when we're on a job site in someone's house. We want to keep their house like that too.
That's right.
But yeah, we love to show off the trucks and the tools, and it just makes our day-to-day stuff a little easier and a little more affordable and better for the customer too.
That's awesome. So like you have like all the snakes and all the, you even have like video cameras you can send down there to find out what the plug is, right?
Yeah, we got drain cameras, we got a bunch of different types of augers to make sure that when we go out to clean a plug drain, we're not just poking a hole in it, that we're doing a kind of a job. So we've really invested in drain cleaning in the last few years. It's a big part of the business. That's one of the big calls that we get, that people want us there kind of right away. Leak repair, changing fixtures, all that kind of thing. And a big part of our business is water treatment. So doing water softeners, iron and sulfur removal, UV lights, that kind of thing too. So.
Yeah, because if you hit sulfur in your water, you want the UV light and the peroxide shooter or whatever it is, right?
All that kind of technology is still used in some situations, and they got stuff now that kind of can make things a little easier, a little more affordable. And so we really try to stay on top of those water treatment trends, make sure we're offering the best products. And again, like I was saying earlier, we do these different things not so that we can do everything, it's that we specialize in each one of those. We're licensed well technicians, we're licensed plumbers, we're licensed septic guys, and despite not having to be licensed to do water treatment, we're registered with the Canadian Water Quality Association, so we're licensed water treatment specialists also.
That's good.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, Jeff, I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes with me, and keep up the good work with A1 here, and we can't thank you enough.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. Do the same with what's happening. I love to watch it.
Good stuff. Thanks, bud. Okay, so the white and black keys. What do we got? So white keys are standard notes, and black keys are flats and sharps. How does that work?
Yeah, so you have like C, D, E, F, G, and B, C. And if you go up one, it's C sharp. If you go down one, C flat. Sometimes it changes too. So like this can be called C flat, but it also looks like a B.
Yeah.
So you can go back and forth between them. So it's like D sharp, D flat. This also can be a C sharp. So it depends what key you're in.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so down here, your 3 pedals. As a kid, everybody always steps on them and all that stuff. So what do they do from right to left?
Okay, so your right one, that's one that most people use, called the damper pedal. You play some notes, they don't hold them down, but when you push it down, it makes all the notes hold.
Okay.
So you can play like really pretty things, just like that, where it would sound kind of lame. Do it like that.
Right.
The middle one kind of works like this guy. If you play a note and then push it down, it'll hold it, so you can do as many as you want, like that. But if you play a note, then all the notes after that, they won't get held down.
Oh, okay.
So I can play this, and then so I can play stuff like that, and then the one on the left just makes it softer. So as opposed to like.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and you can push like 2 down at once. So if you want a soft part, but you want them to all be like held. So yeah.
Very
that's what those
cool.
do.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Because my whole entire life, I've always been pushing them, and I only knew what the right one did. So thank you for telling me about that. So for instruments, like you're playing piano here. Do you have you obviously have a piano at home that you've been going on and all that kind of stuff? Do you prefer like to play like a piano, or like do you like to play like a keyboard that you can change the sounds on?
I usually prefer a piano. Just the feel of it really helps. I play organ sometimes here, and I have a little organ at home, which is cool. Synthesizers and all that stuff is really fun to play in, especially with other bands.
Yeah.
But I'm just 18. I don't have the money to get all that stuff at the moment, so maybe someday I will. I have a couple guitars and ukulele and just stuff like that. So
Cool. So what other instruments do you play?
I play guitar, bass, drum. I just kind of like dabble in them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I just teach like beginner guitar and piano and stuff like that on the side too, which is really fun.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I always say, and I know it sounds kind of funny because I'm always like, music's evil and I love it. I like that. I always say piano is the root of all evil, because if you can play piano,
yeah,
it's like the root of music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can really dabble off into other things because...
Well, it's really good visually while you're teaching someone, because with the guitar you have frets and they all look the same, but with the piano it's all visually there, and it doesn't, like a cat can walk across a piano and play the notes and it can sound like some weird funky jazz chord.
Yeah.
So to teach someone that, it's really easy and visually helpful to them when I'm teaching guitar or another instrument.
You can base it off of that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool because I can same thing. I can play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can figure out, okay, but here's an A, so I'm going to go off an A and learn a structure, but just to read the music and do that,
Mm-hmm.
I really encourage a lot of people to do that. I'm trying to get all my older kids. They're in high school right now and they're in the band.
Yeah.
So they're learning how to read the music, and I'm like, just stick with that, guys. Like, don't lose that, please.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. There's also a thing called lead sheets that are really helpful. So they don't actually have notes written out, it's just like the chords. But if there's specific sections where they want everybody to play the same notes, they do that. So you can go back and forth and kind of go off on your own little adventure when you're playing with people. It's really fun.
Huh.
But,
So did your parents play?
my dad played a little bit of guitar, and my mom played some piano growing up and took lessons. Yeah, but he would just like play around, and I would jam out with his older friends who were just hanging out, and I would play piano along with them sometimes. But then I got into high school, and that's really when I got into jazz and started learning about all the theory behind it, and that really pushed me forward. So,
Yeah, no doubt, man. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I know that having music in the house really helps just makes your brain a little bit, makes it a little curious, right?
Yeah.
It's always nice to have instruments around. You talk... talking about being younger and not having money for any of these instruments like synths and stuff. Have you been down to the Sterling Mill?
I think so, like a while ago.
Yeah, if you go in there, yeah, I was down there the other day. I think they have 3 synthesizers down there now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's $30 for a year. You sign up with the Patreon and you can just borrow anything you want.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
So go down and check it out, man, because I know you're a local boy and
Yeah, for sure.
they would love to see you down there.
Yeah,
So
that'd be awesome.
$30 for a year, or you can pay $50. You can take up 2 instruments.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff down there. So I'm constantly trying to plug them and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's cool. Really, really cool. With this jazz thing here, do you have another little trio? Did I see that you guys?
Oh yeah.
You have a jazz trio?
Yeah, I have a jazz trio with 2 guys from Oshawa. They're amazing musicians. They're in grade 12 now, but when I started playing with them, they're grade 11. But they practice so hard and they can play so much technical stuff. It's crazy playing with them. It's really fun.
And what are they playing?
They play bass and drums.
Bass and drums. That's
Yeah.
cool. So they're in Oshawa. They obviously are close to each other.
Yeah,
How did you meet them from all the way down here?
So my high school teacher, Blair Yarrington, he started running a band associated with the Prince Edward County Jazz Festival. And he started a little youth band with them, and they had auditions for the whole area from like Kingston to Oshawa. And the bass player auditioned, and we were in that band together, hanging out. And then we decided to start a trio. And yeah, it's amazing playing with them. It's great.
That's cool, man. I really want to get a hold of you guys and do
Yeah.
a love episode on you too. Because jazz is some people hate it and some people love it, and the people that love it, like me and you, it's just so much emotion and so much everywhere.
It's crazy how diverse jazz is too, and people don't realize that. Like there's jazz standards that people play, like the classical, just the swing stuff that everybody hears, but there's some modern guys that take like dubstep sounds and put like hard rock drums over it, but are doing jazz solos, and it sounds crazy. There's a whole Latin section that people do, a whole European thing. Like it goes like so far out. So when you say like you don't like jazz, like you're saying you don't like 30,000 different genres. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah. You're a snarky puppy, right?
Oh, I love Snarky
I
Puppy
know,
so much.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
It's so cool.
So we were just talking too, and like I want to give, like I see online, I've been snooping on about it and trying to get as much research as I can about you. I see you've been winning a lot of awards for all this stuff, and you have been throughout your whole life. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I've been a part of like the Sterling and Belleville festivals for many years, and everyone's like so nice to me, and they're a whole other family when I play there. And I really like getting feedback on my playing, because like that's the best way you can improve. And
Exactly.
some people, I want to like talk to them and give them feedback and have them do the same to me and develop a relationship. And when that happens, it's one of the best feelings. And
Yes.
communicating with other musicians about it, you create like a bond, and then your playing improves, and it's just an amazing feeling doing that. So the festival really got me exposed to that. And getting feedback on my playing is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody you look up to tells you this and that, and why don't you try a little bit of that, you just can't help but just like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like even the competing part, like that, I didn't really care about like first or second place or the prizes or anything, but seeing a bunch of kids my age, and even in some categories, all of us playing the exact same song and seeing what they did differently helped me improve to my playing too.
Yeah.
And I was really fortunate to be able to understand that at a bit of a younger age, and that helped me improve my playing quite a lot, and I was really fortunate for that.
Because there's the notes written on the paper, but jazz is also your feeling, right?
Yeah, exactly. And even like classical stuff or contemporary stuff, everybody plays it a bit differently. It's really interesting to hear people's own touch when they play a song.
Yeah, no doubt. So we were just talking a little bit earlier there, and you were accepted to Berkeley? Oh my goodness, man, that's like a big thing, eh?
Yeah.
But it's crazy, like you said, it's gonna cost you half your life to pay it back. So you're gonna be heading off to school here soon, you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to school for music, and then hopefully after that go to be a recording engineer.
Recording engineer.
Yeah, that's my plan right now.
That's really cool, man.
I don't have the talent necessarily to full out write a song, but I'm able to add my own little things. I like to help improve other people's music.
Very.
And I really like doing that. So hopefully I can get into that. In
Very
the
cool.
future.
Do you dabble in any recording right now, or?
Not at the moment. I really want to, but I'm just trying to save for school. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, down at the mill there too, they might have a couple little things too to help you out with that kind of stuff. Like as you see what we're doing right now, this is all off an iPhone tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just really, if you put some work into it, it's amazing what you can get out of it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool that way. So keep up the good work, man. I really appreciate it. So like in this jazz style here in the piano, like who do you look up to? Who do you always get inspired by?
Well, Jacob Collier, the guy that we were talking about earlier, he's crazy. He plays like every instrument. He's really into playing in like different sets of hertz. So he'll like tune the whole piano down just a little bit, like on a keyboard, so he doesn't actually.
I was gonna say, they literally, yeah.
But and he'll have like different instruments and different tunings at the same time. He plays in crazy, weird time signatures and rhythms and everything. So I really look up to him and his playing. He's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there any do you got anything in your head? Any cool experiences or any big influences you've met or along the way or?
I got a tour of Berklee College of Music, and I got to see a bunch of cool bands there. I saw this one guy named Joey Alexander, and he's like a younger piano player. I think he's like 19 or 20, and he has his own trio, and I got to see him live in a jazz bar and hear him play. And that was one of the best experiences of my life, hearing them all like play off of each other. And if he plays like one set of notes and the bass player will play that back to him, they all bond like that live. It's a really good experience to see. So I really want to try we'll keep doing that with my trio as well and try to improve in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and getting out and seeing as much as you can just opens up the whole genre, and you just helps you learn more new stuff and how to dabble along with it, right? That's so cool. downtown Belleville at the Happy Buddha. Found myself a new laptop bag. Let's go inside and check it out. And I'm here with my friend Steve. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. So go ahead and introduce yourself. And where are we? What's the address?
Hi, my name is Steve. We're at 223 Front Street, downtown Belleville. We are the Happy Buddha Health, Wellness, and Gifts. We have lots of stuff in store. We have beeswax candles, we have organic foods, organic coffees, healing crystals, we do Reiki healing, psychic readings, pretty much we have something for everybody.
Yeah, I know. Like that's what pulled me in. I was like, we seen a little bit of gifts, and then we came in. There's stones, and then there's everything. Just a little bit of everything. So I like that. There's some natural wellness stuff that I keep noticing as well. So you also do readings yourself?
Yep, I do intuitive psychic readings.
That's really cool. So how can somebody get a hold of you for that kind of stuff? Just
We
come.
do have a Facebook page, the Happy Buddha on Facebook, or you can call the store to make an appointment. Normally we do it all year round, but November, December we don't, just because it's Christmas. But I also do readings online, over the phone as well. So
That's awesome. So cool. Well, we'll have to pop in and we'll talk sometime soon.
Perfect.
We're gonna pan through the store here, but there's a lot of really cool stuff, and so make sure you come down and check out the Happy Buddha. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Play piano, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's always a tough one for people. They're always like, "Oh, I've never thought of this."
Well, music has been part of my life like forever. Like ever since I was like 3 years old, there's been a piano in my living room. Nobody has been really playing it constantly. I haven't been fully like exposed to a bunch of other musicians, but I've always played the piano. I've always loved making music with other people. I don't care what I'm playing. If I'm banging on something, it's just a really big part of my life. It helps me study in school. It helps me do a whole bunch of stuff. So
Yeah, like we said earlier, it can totally change your whole mood. It can make you focus.
Yeah.
It can make you excited.
yeah, exactly. I find that also one of the newer experiences I've got to endure recently is like playing on an actual stage. Like I've played in like competitions and little things like that, and those are okay, but when you're playing with your friends on stage and everybody's like actually there to see you, it means a lot. And it's really cool experience, and I like playing for other people and making them happy. I've played in old age homes, and I love playing here every week and have people enjoy my music and play the music they want to hear. So I really like playing for other people, and that makes me happy as well.
Definitely, yeah. There's nothing better than spreading joy. My old time music, there, that 20s stuff. We played a show there the other night, and this older lady, she goes, "You brought me right back to my old days. I wanted to start dancing." Because we're in the theater, so they couldn't. And I'm like, that right there is enough. You know what I mean? That's so cool. So you playing by yourself for all these years, and then you go into a jazz trio. Did you have a hard time coming into jamming with people? Because it's a whole energy in the air when you have 4 different people working with each other, right? So how did you come into that?
Well, I've been playing I play in like the high school band, and that was all right. But I've jammed with a few other people before that, and we just like to improvise and make stuff up on the spot, and I'll just start playing chords and tell them the chords, and they'll just start jamming out too. And I really like playing off of other people and hearing what they play. So when I got to a jazz trio, it was actually like not a relief, but it was so much easier than I expected, because it was all like-minded people like me who were able to do that same thing, and who were also like proficient at their instrument as well. So when I would play something, they just started doing what I used to do, and it made me like crazy happy, and the workflow went so fast, and we got a concert ready in like 3 months. It was so much fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really neat to just feed off each other, like you were saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I really want to hear the trio.
Yeah.
I would love to see it, because I know, like, there's that silly movie Whiplash, and the drummer, like the jazz drummer in that, like jazz drumming is a whole nother style of drumming.
Yeah.
You know, and then jazz bass is a whole nother bass. Is he playing a standard bass, or is he playing a stand up, or?
He's playing an electric bass. He can play stand up too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole different feeling playing on stage and playing with other people, and it's amazing.
And I find like jazz is almost kind of like there's a very big structure to it, but you can also walk off that structure, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's the nice thing with jazz, is you can really that's because I find like country music is very structured. You know, your four bars, whatever it is, but jazz is just like I find like I was actually talking to a guy today. He was like, "Well, I'm not really big into jazz, but like he's such a straight laced kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm kind of a scattered like oh squirrel, you know, and that's jazz kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Right on. Well, I really appreciate you guys sitting down with me today, Alex.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. This is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a few songs from you.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome.
So this song, I just like to pick like an object or like a structure or something to kind of play off of. So you have like simple ones like a tree or something. But I've done this one before. I really like a lighthouse. So I improvise, and in my mind I'm picturing a lighthouse and trying to play stuff that emulate a lighthouse. And it's not supposed to sound good. It's not supposed to sound bad. It's supposed to sound like a lighthouse. So
Close
take
your
that.
eyes and imagine a lighthouse.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there it is. Episode 10 of What's Happening. That was with Alex, and I want to thank him so much. That jazz piano was so amazing. I want to thank him for bringing me into the church where he works, and it was really, really cool and inspirational. Keep up the good work, Alex. And if that doesn't inspire you to pick up an instrument, then I don't know what will. Next, I want to thank Happy Buddha, Health, Wellness, and Gifts. Really, really cool stuff. I got a laptop bag, and I got some cool presents for some people for Christmas. It's gonna be really neat. I can't wait to give them out. Next, A1 Plumbing. I want to thank them because they helped me out a lot with my plumbing. And if you need anything, great family ran business, locally owned. That's right, shop local, right? That's what I'm talking about right now. It's snowing, guys. I'm so happy. Soon I'm gonna do a little What's Happening break with my daughter Emra. She's making toques, she's making scarves, and they're next level. They're so cool. What is it? It's almost December. December 12th, we're gonna have a What's Happening Presents cool little variety show kind of thing down at the Sterling Theater. We're gonna have 4 bands, 4 acts, or maybe even more than that. Might have some tweeners. We're gonna have the Delchuck Brothers, we're gonna have the Bees Knees, we're gonna have the Fellowship, and we're gonna have the Sterling Jaybirds. And I think at the end of the night, we're all gonna get up there and do this big old song together. So go get your tickets at the Sterling Theater box office. They're $20 a piece, and all the money goes back to the theater and the performers. So what we're doing is we're trying to keep local venues open, like the Sterling Theater, and keep money in these people's pockets. It's not much money because there's only 50 tickets available. So get them while they last. Next up is Hard as Luck. This band kick ass. We're down at the Black Dog. They gave me a 5-song set. It's gonna be friggin' awesome, man. All original music. These guys rock. Next up, I got an old-time fiddle player, Tay Hard Frost, also known as Sheesh McCrow. This guy is an inspiration to a lot of us, so it's really, really cool. That's what's happening, guys. Shop local, stay safe, keep your hands clean, try to keep this COVID out of our little towns like I keep hearing about. Peace and love, and that's what's happening. See ya.